Good morning, Cypress Village residents, and welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. My name's Ty Morgan, Executive Director here at Cypress Village, and today is January 14th, Friday, 2022. Hope everybody's having a good start to the day. Weather has been fantastic this week. Nice little dose of winter, which we've been looking for. It's been an awful mild winter thus far. Not that we want it to get too cold, but it is nice to have a little change of seasons. So with that, we have an action-packed, informational-packed coffee chat for everybody today. We're going to cover some very important information, specifically in dining, relative to some changes that are coming, forthcoming here in the very near future, as well as the liquor license. So please pay specific attention to the dining piece. We also have some new personnel updates that we're going to share with everybody. So with that, I will conclude with some updates primarily on what's going on with COVID here at Cypress Village, as well as what's going on throughout the state of Florida and Duval County more specifically. So I hope everybody enjoys today's episode, and I will see you here shortly. Bye-bye.
Hey, welcome to Coffee Chat, everybody. Dave giving a maintenance update this week. The biggest thing that we got going on now is the pressure washing of the building and balconies. They started this week in D7 in assisted living. We're going through balcony by balcony. Jeremiah and other techs are bringing them into the apartments, so if you don't have to be home for it to be done. But if there is a problem when you get home, or if you're not happy with the window of some sort, please call CJ and Jennifer, one of the two. We're going to try to get to any complaints or any work that we're not happy with completed that same day. It's not an emergency. In other words, if you come home the next day and you're not happy with the windows, please call. But we're trying to get any callbacks done the same day that they're being taken care of. This is mandatory, so we will be going into every apartment to get every balcony. But like I said, if you're not home, either security or maintenance will be in there with them until they're finished and move on to the next apartment. A couple other things happening around town. We're still doing some landscaping upgrades. Larry is hitting some of the residents that have asked for special projects right now. Thank God the leaves have pretty much fallen off the sycamore trees. It will be the end of the month, going into February, that the oak leaves will start falling, and they'll be out there on those streets that have a lot of them, mainly Goldcrest, Croton, Silkvine, and doing the leaf pickups and stuff like that when those really start falling again. Otherwise, that's all we really got. The healthcare project is really getting started now. You'll see them. They're pressure washing the outside of the building, finding the cracks, finding the where the water intrusion is coming in. They'll be grinding down all the balconies on the healthcare center, replacing any of the bad glass and windows and doors that are leaking or fogged. They should be here probably about 3 months out there. It's a pretty extensive project. And once they're done with that, they'll start the therapy garden, and we're waiting for the state's approval to redo the therapy area over there. So we're really excited about that. Otherwise, that's all we really got this week, so have a great weekend.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Welcome to another episode of Coffee Chat. My name is Katie. I'm the Director of Community Life Services, and I have a few updates for you all this week. The first is that we are making some changes to the Common Room A6. There were previously 2 long tables in there that were combined into one long table to function as a conference room. And we are adding instead some card tables. There will be 3 card tables in room A6 so that room can be used as a card and game space, as well as a conference room when needed. We can combine those 3 card tables and have one long sitting space for meetings. So if you would like to reserve A6 to play any of your card games, please let us know, and we can get you on the common room calendar for that. But I just wanted to give you all a heads up of that change. Also, I wanted to let you all know that with the activities fair coming up next weekend, we have distributed some forms to all of the clubs and groups leaders, just asking what you might need for activities fair. If you are in charge of a club or a group and have not received that, please give Tiffany a call and let us know, and we will get you a copy. If you are not currently the head of a club or group but would like to have a table to garner interest at the activities fair, please also reach out to us either via phone or email, and we can look at what space we have available and see about getting you a table. And then if there are any other requests in regards to activities fair, now is the time to ask. We are working on gathering everyone's supplies and happy to help all of you with your preparations, and look forward to seeing the rest of the community at the activities fair next Saturday, the 22nd, from 2 to 4 in Egret Hall. We will have wine and cheese available for all of our guests.
Hi, and welcome to another week of Coffee Chat here at the Loon's Nest. Wanted to introduce you to our pizza and burger of the week. Our pizza of the week is a meat lovers with ham, bacon, sausage, and pepperoni. Man, that looks delicious. We also have a patty melt this week. It's a traditional patty melt with Swiss cheese, onions, and it is served on rye bread.
Welcome back, everyone. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the future of Loon's Nest and Middleton's. First thing I wanted to talk about again was the Loon's Nest and our times of operation, which we will continue to be closed on Sundays and Mondays until further notice, and Sandpiper will be open from 11 to 7 on those days. We also wanted to let you know about the liquor license, which is still in transition, and we do not have a finalized date of when that new license will start. But a friendly reminder, the packaging license will not be coming back, which means we will not be able to sell bottled wine out of Sandpiper. On another note, we also wanted to let you know that we will continue with our complimentary drinks throughout service in the Loon's Nest until that liquor license is figured out. So thank you again for your patience there. Now over to Middleton's. So moving forward, we are going to have Middleton's dining service running from 12 to 6 instead of our normal 11 to 2, and then closing, and then again from 4 to 7. This will enable our staff to better service you, and also during these times that we're going through right now, enable our team to be full and able to fully service our residents. This will continue for now until further notice, and we will be starting that on Monday, 1/17. So again, thank you for your patience, and if you have any questions about all of these changes, you will also see them in our newsletter. Thank you again for your patience and understanding during these times, and again, allowing us to serve you here at Cypress Village.
Hi, this is Laurel, the new Director of Administrative Services. I have a very important update for house residents specifically. So this year, 3G technology is becoming obsolete. It's true for cell phones who operate on 3G, as well as the security devices that we have recently put in over the last 3 or 4 years, I believe. Those are becoming obsolete as well. This can happen as early as February. So we're trying to get a head start on what it's going to look like to replace these devices and make sure we're in working order with all of the security systems. We're going to be performing an audit in the next week or two with, we're going to use resident leadership, unit leaders are going to support, residence council is going to support, the security guards and team are going to be supporting, and we need everyone's feedback from all of the houses. So unit leaders, you're going to be very important to us in this next week or two. We're going to be coming around with a survey. The survey is going to consist of 3 very simple questions. The first one, do you have a working system, security alarm system? Yes, no, or not sure, or will be your answers. After that, we're going to ask if you have a landline or if you are without a landline. Those of you with landlines will be unaffected by any of these changes. We can still run your alarm system through your landline. That's what you're paying for on a monthly basis for that landline. It's all encompassed in that. For those of you without a landline, then we have to find out, the third question is, do you want to use a T-Cell, which is the cellular device that we had rolled out to you a few years ago? Or do you want to be without a security system, in which you will not have any issue there at all? Our villas, our Cypress-owned homes, we will make sure that you're updated on the latest equipment. We will take care of that. There's no issue there. That's a process that we'll be in communication with you over, but this is really for our equity homeowners. We need to know your preference there. So keep in mind that this audit is going to occur in the next 2 weeks. We need to get this handled quickly, get our arms around it. So just so that you understand, these 3G T-Cells transmitters, those are what are going to become obsolete. Many of you had done the ADT upgrade a few years ago. Those specific devices will no longer work. And this can happen as early as February, as I mentioned. So we need to upgrade that equipment to 5G. Cypress Village is no longer using ADT as a preferred vendor. We are using Stanley Security. We are in negotiations with them right now, trying to determine the most cost-efficient way to get this new 5G equipment, as well as give us the lowest monthly fee as possible. Many of you are being charged right now $16.75 a month for the ADT signal service. That we already know is going to go up to $18 staying with ADT. So we're actually working with Stanley to try and bring that down a few dollars. So that's another benefit to letting us help you with Stanley using their equipment. We will have more information on the comparison of rates in the newsletter and forthcoming. As soon as we get that handled with our vendors, I'll let you know. My last announcement for today is a personnel update. In the security department, we have a new security manager. So he is the face and the head of security. His name is Marcus Dickey. For those of you who joined us at Coffee Chat in person last week, you got to see and hear from him. But this week, we're going to make sure everyone in the community sees and hears from him. So he'll be up in a little bit to introduce himself. I am very grateful Marcus is here. He has a great heart. He has a background in police work. He, I believe, was in Baker County as a sheriff, and he was ready for a change of career. So he is so glad and so thankful to be with us at Cypress Village. So if you see him around, be sure to give him a high five, tell him you appreciate him and are glad to see him. Another personnel update, on the concierge team, I have hired a new evening concierge receptionist. Her name is Melinda Wise. She came from a background of being a librarian from a couple different cities. She is very smart, very kind, willing to work with people and figure everything out. There's a lot to do up there. So as she's learning and training, please be patient with her. She is still technically in her training phase. And to be quite honest, it takes anyone a little while to get this place under their feet. So just be mindful of that, be kind and courteous, as I know you all are. But I'll be around the village in case you have any questions or concerns, and I'll see you next time.
My name is Marcus Dickey. I'm the new security manager here for Cypress Village. I'm very excited to be here. I'm thrilled for the opportunity. Love everything about the community. Everybody's so friendly, and I look forward to returning that tenfold in favor. The guys and ladies on my security team are very excited for this new adventure that we're all taking together. And if anybody has any questions, concerns, please feel free. My door is open always, and my phone is open always.
Hi, good morning everybody. It's Friday, and so that means it's time for Coffee Chat. I hope everybody is doing well. And I just wanted to kind of give everybody the rundown on the good old Omicron that's making its rounds around our village, unfortunately. We've had, quite the number spike in positive cases. And with that said, I do want to remind everybody about some precautions that you need to take. Even if you have not tested positive, please wear your mask. That will just protect you from getting the Omicron or any other type of cold or flu that's going around this time. But if you have tested positive, please self-isolate up to the point to where you're not exhibiting any more symptoms. And once you're asymptomatic and it's been 5 days, so you do need to isolate for 5 days. After 5 days, if you are not having any symptoms, then you're free to leave your apartment. It is not required that you get another COVID test that will show negative as long as you are not having any symptoms. But it is recommended that you continue to wear your mask. So if you are exhibiting symptoms and you want to come down and get a COVID test from the Wellness Center, please wear a mask and be mindful not to get too close to people. And I know Chrissy has opened up the waiting area in the Wellness Center as well as the waiting room over in the Wellness Way. So just be mindful that if there's people on one side, go to the other side so you can keep your distance. And also remember to be kind. It does take 48 to 72 hours to get the results. And Chrissy and the staff in IHS are doing their best to call and follow up with everybody with results, and also following up to see how you are doing.
Hello, I'm back, and I hope everybody is enjoying today's episode. I'm sure you are, and all the information we're providing to our residents. So with that, I am going to obviously dive into the elephant in the closet, and that's obviously what's going on with COVID here at Cypress Village. Currently, our numbers are as such. We have 33 confirmed cases on campus right now. 26 of those are residents, and those are 16 of which are in independent living, 8 are in memory care, 1 is in assisted living, and 1 is in skilled nursing. And we also have 7 confirmed associates at this time. Those numbers are changing by the day, I can tell you. Right now, the statistics here within Duval County, I just wanted to share a little bit of what those look like. In addition to the positivity rate, as of today, it is 38.18%, which is extremely high. I think that's at the apex of what it was ever since we've been reporting COVID statistics. Just to give you a little bit more detail on that. So in the 2 previous spikes, the original Alpha variant and then the Delta variant, both of which spiked at around, in Duval County specifically, spiked at around 1,000 to 1,213 cases per day, new cases per day. Right now, the Omicron is closer to 2,500 cases per day. So obviously, do quick math, there are twice the number of cases on a daily basis being reported now than there ever were during the prior variant spikes. So that is very alarming, obviously, of which we're seeing the numbers correlate to that. On a positive note, the death rate, which spiked significantly with the number of cases, specifically with Delta, is not spiking at all. So we're seeing very good statistics on the death rate relative to this particular spike and variant. Obviously, testing is up and tests performed are up. Hospitalizations have actually started increasing. The hospitalization rate right now compared to the prior 2 spikes is at about 50%. So although we have twice the number of cases, the actual hospitalization rate's about half of what it was prior to. However, it is on the rise. So with all of those things to consider right now, it's something we all need to be very proactive about in regards to how we're going to maintain the highest level of safety. I heard also that they are predicting that roughly 70 to 80% of the residents that live in the state of Florida are either going to be exposed, contract, whether know it or not, or will get the Omicron variant. So that's extremely scary. 2 positives, always trying to find the silver lining to any story. They were expecting the Omicron in the state of Florida to spike in early to mid-February. They have revised those estimates to now over the next 2 weeks. So if their estimates are correct, between now and the end of January, we should see the spike continue to climb. But then they're also predicting a very rapid decline as well on the backside of the spike. So that's very positive. The other positive piece there is, and again, I'm not trying to speculate, I'm just trying to provide my residents with some information that I hear because I listen to this a lot and read a lot, is that, the ultimate silver lining is with all of the population getting this variant or being a confirmed case, it is really, could be the end, I want to be extremely positive, could be the end of the COVID pandemic here because of all the herd immunity. Because if we have 80% of the people that have it and they have the antibodies and or the vaccination, the virus is going to have nowhere to go nor mutate. So let's all pray on that particular hypothesis and hope that that actually is the case at the end of this particular spike that we're having. So with that being said, how does that impact us here at Cypress Village? I think it's going to be very similar to how it's impacting the world, the state and the communities around us, as we continue to see more and more cases evolve, especially with our employee base. That is going to put an additional strain on the people that are here, that are doing the work, because we're going to have less bodies to continue the operations of Cypress Village and providing the services to our residents that we need to provide and are obligated to do so. So I'm not trying to set any expectation because I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you we really need to be prepared and brace ourselves for the next probably 2 to 4 weeks as we get through the pinnacle or the apex of this particular spike. So with that, once we do see the downside of this and people are on the recovery and returning back to work, we probably estimate again, as we have in the past, around 2 to 4 weeks of recovery and rebuilding time. So again, I just wanted to lay that out there for everybody and be very transparent and as candid as possible. The people that are here are committed to providing what we need to for our residents at the highest level we can with the challenges that are present. And that will always be our mission to you all out there in Cypress Village. So with that, I'm going to flip the page and go to birthdays. Katie, can you get that for me? My phone is charging. See who we have out in birthday land there today or in the village. We have one birthday boy out there. His name is Jeffrey Wilkes. Jeffrey, happy birthday to you today. Tomorrow we've got two. We've got Patty Billingsley and Patricia Dietrich. Happy birthday, ladies. On the 16th, we've got Kathleen Creighton. Kathleen, happy birthday to you. On the 17th, we've got 3 birthdays. We've got Miss Pat Flock, Mr. Bob Murata, and Sherilyn Jerusa. On the 19th, we've got Janine Baker and Bill Lyle. And on the 20th, we've got Eileen Weiderman and Margaret Bathke. Happy birthday, Margaret. And also one more, we have Mr. Eric Taylor on the 20th as well. And one last birthday, I'm going to stop on the 21st, and that's Mr. James Part. Jim, happy birthday to you and everybody else that we announced here today. And look forward to the Cypress Birthday Fairy coming out to visit all of you. And I wish all of you a happy birthday. And again, thank you for tuning in today and enjoy your weekend. Take care.